Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Clock. It is the Alex episode, the Alex's Room episode.
Yeah, we've had a couple of these, I feel
We've done a couple of these.
We've had like two.
Yeah, and our last one did not pop off view-wise. But
okay, perfect. So this is the first time all of you are seeing Alex's room then.
This is true. But I'm Alex.
I'm Corey.
And we're going to talk about marketing things and other things as well. It's the holiday season.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving just happened. You just got back from out of town.
I literally have my suitcase is not in frame, thankfully. But I literally just got off the bus. It was like a 4-hour trip.
How was your Thanksgiving though?
It was fine. I have two Thanksgivings. So the
power of divorce.
They don't tell you about that. 2 Christmases, but more importantly, they give you 2 Thanksgivings.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, my family made it as close to each other as humanly possible to make time commitments like just an actual nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
But went to my grandmother's on my dad's side at noon.
Mm-hmm.
Ate at 1-ish.
Okay.
Ate at 1-ish.
And nothing for breakfast, as is the Thanksgiving staple.
No. Yeah, ate at 1-ish. Had a really good plate. Turkey was like, okay. Well, Grandma's not listening to this episode. So turkey was like a 4 out of 10 this year. I can't even lie.
Ooh.
That John was dry as hell. That John was dry. But mashed potatoes, roll, sweet potato casserole with the pecan, like roasted maple pecan topping.
Did you have the yams?
That's like, we don't have yams. We do that instead.
My bad. Okay. I got you.
But yeah, that was... It was busting. It was busting for sure. The stuffing was okay. I've had better. And then I went to mom's. So I ate 1:30. Have to leave because my mom's Thanksgiving starts at 3.
Oh, well, that's...
Yeah. So
Sure, okay.
no dessert at dad's Thanksgiving. Right.
No apple pie, no pumpkin pie,
Have
no
to save
nothing.
room. Have to save room. So I don't look like a
noob.
Like I don't look like a noob at the second Thanksgiving. Show up fashionably late. To the second Thanksgiving. Everyone's waiting on me. Now I feel like a jerk. And then, proceeded to have a pretty normal dinner. Turkey was pretty good.
Okay.
Mashed potatoes were good. Sweet potatoes were good. My mom had like just as many desserts as we had like actual food at the Thanksgiving, which was strange. So I had like, oh my god, my mom got this chocolate mousse cake.
Bro.
That was banging. I ate an unbelievable amount of that over the last couple days.
Okay, because there was this one chocolate cake at one of the Thanksgiving things I did. It looked so good.
Yeah.
I was so out of room.
Oh,
bro, I'm in my like Brooklyn Nets Kevin Garnett era where I can't put down as much food as I used to. Like, it's getting sad. So my plan for Thanksgiving was supposed to be similar to that, where I start on the day, have lunch with my mom.
Yeah.
Like she usually makes a ham and her mac and cheese, which is
no ham this year. All turkey
really?
This year.
All turkey, no ham?
This year. Not a fan. I'm a ham guy.
Hey, put it there. See, turkey is just dry too easily. A lot of people don't know how to cook it, and even if you can cook it well, it's like you're never gonna get better than a good ham.
Yeah, I agree. Like a maple glazed ham.
Bro,
talk to me.
Put some brown sugar on that.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Ooh. But yeah, that was supposed to be Thursday.
Yeah.
I was supposed to spend the early morning with my mom.
Yep.
And then drive over to my dad's at 4 to do dinner with my dad, my dad's wife, my dad's wife's family.
Okay.
And that was gonna be the plan. Except the night before at like 10 p.m., I get a text from my dad. All of us have COVID.
Oh.
Thanksgiving is canceled.
Wow. Okay.
So
one plate.
One plate.
Dang. And it was a lunch plate too.
Okay. What ended up happening was my mom still made the ham. She still made the macaroni. But her plans, because she knew that like we were going to come to her and then we were going to go to her dad's, was she was going to go hang out with one of her friends and his family. So we ended up tagging along to that. And bro, like they had ham.
Is this a white people's Thanksgiving that you ended up at?
This is a white people's Thanksgiving. Okay. But
dude, you're about it. It's just like you walked into my domain.
No.
It's time.
Like 5 minutes after I got there, they're like, do you want to see our Lego room?
Oh yeah. I do actually.
It's one of my mom's teacher friends, and they're all like a little nerdy, but it was chill. The vibe was chill. They're like, which of these sets came out before 1990.
Whoa.
And I'm looking around like wall to wall, this entire room is covered in Lego. There's like a Lego like Pac-Man arcade machine.
That's pretty cool.
It looked cool.
It doesn't work though, does it?
I didn't try it.
Oh.
Maybe I should have tried it.
I would have asked. First thing I would have asked.
But yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, no mac and cheese this year for me either.
Really?
I don't know what happened. both
I feel like there's a communications breakdown.
Both sides of the family just like forgoed the mac and cheese this year. I was tempted to just make my mac and cheese. I made it for Thanksgiving a few years back, and my mom has been raving about it ever since. But it's like a whole ordeal.
It's a lot of prep.
You gotta shred a bunch of cheese, and I'm lazy. I just got off the bus, on the way home. Thanksgiving's next day.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing all of that.
Yeah, going 4 hours on a bus and then having to cook, like.
Yeah.
I don't know how my mom did it coming home from work. You know?
Yeah, I'm about to go home and cook right after this.
Oh, jeez.
I need a meal in me.
Well, hey, you're cooking right now, you know? But, so, the actual food, I didn't talk about the actual food.
Yeah.
So, all the classics, you got ham.
Yeah. What's on your plate? Give me your plate.
Okay, my plate was, ham over here.
Uh-huh.
So, let's say the plate is this, so that the viewers can get, like, a proper sense of it.
Sure.
So, ham, I'm getting, like, 2-3 slices.
Yep.
I'm getting a little bit of turkey because I don't really mess with turkey.
Yeah,
too
but you
much.
want to be.
I want to be respectful, and also, the turkey was actually pretty good.
Okay.
It was like a solid like 7 out of 10 turkey.
Wow.
It wasn't dry.
That's hard to get.
Yeah.
A 7 out of 10 turkey is hard to get.
It wasn't dry, which is the best thing I could say about it.
A 10 out of 10 turkey, just to be clear for viewers, a 10 out of 10 turkey is like a deep fried turkey.
Yeah.
You
got to put so much work
It's
into
the
that.
only thing that makes it there. You have to work so much harder on a turkey than you do have to ham. Sorry, continue.
But it's not worth the effort. But okay. So ham, turkey. There were 3 different types of stuffing. Because a bunch of people brought stuffing.
Yeah, no meat.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
One was vegan and then two were real.
Two were real.
I got a little bit of the vegan one,
Yeah.
and then I tried the other 2 so I can, scientific method.
That's crazy. I'm not touching the vegan one. You're more respectful than me in that sense. If there's vegan stuffing that's for the vegan people at the thing, like I don't need to prove nothing. I'm taking.
Well, there was way more vegan stuffing than there was the other types of stuffing.
That makes sense.
So I got myself a little bit of that. The vegan stuffing was surprisingly not good.
Yeah.
But the other 2 were like, I love stuffing. Like, why don't we have stuffing year round?
I don't know.
That
Dude,
food is so good.
I saw cornbread stuffing instead of like white bread.
They had a cornbread casserole. That was pretty good.
Oh, that is good. Dude,
that John tasted good.
I'm gonna freak out,
But
man. I wish I had mac and cheese.
Okay, so my mom's mac and cheese.
Yep.
She realized a very, very like rare error for her. She forgot to add half and half to the mac and cheese. So the consistency wasn't like.
Oh my god, you got one of them. You got one of them mac and cheese things where it looks like you could cut through that, John. It's like it's solid. It's like a loaf.
Well, it wasn't like that. The issue was it wasn't holding together. So like it would just crumble apart and like all the individual noodles would just separate. So it was slightly harder to eat, but it was still good. It still tasted great.
Okay.
But I got that. Got my green beans. Got my greens, and I got myself a biscuit, and that was my first plate. I went back for seconds.
Respectful second plate.
Yep. But usually I'm going for thirds, and like I'm getting thirds plus dessert. All I ended up having for dessert was I had 1 piece of pumpkin pie, which tasted so good.
Yeah. Store-bought pumpkin pie?
Or no, I had an apple pie. I'm mixing it up with the Friendsgiving I did last week. Bro, I'm telling you, I cut the most perfect piece of pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
It was like literally just completely.
That John was V-shaped.
It looked straight out of like an advertisement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Held together too. It didn't like the front end didn't like snap off or anything.
At that Friendsgiving, I went around and I showed everybody at that party.
Dude,
I was like,
look at this slice of pumpkin pie.
Dude, I cut this perfectly,
That's
bro.
so funny.
Was I a little drunk? Yes, but
okay.
That's besides the point.
We got a little lit.
I got a little lit. I had a little bit of wine at the Thanksgiving, and it was a respectful wine.
My cousin and my aunt both had a conversation about how it's an ick for men to drink white wine, which is like I'm on the couch on my phone reading something, and I got like my little cousin next to me, and then I don't know, my brother is like somewhere off being annoying, and
little brother stuff.
Yeah, and my dad just can't let this one slide. Like I listened to that comment, and I make like a face. I'm like, strange, but then like I just continue my life, and my dad has to shut the whole thing down and be like, wait. why is it an ick? And he doesn't know what an ick is.
Oh God!
So then they start explaining what an ick is, and then he can't understand why it's like white wine's bad. My dad, by the way, I don't think I've ever seen him take a sip of white wine. Wine in general. My dad will drink like 2 types of beers and that's it. So I don't know why he's so focused on this.
He's a brown-blooded American.
Yeah, he is.
He's got Corona running through his veins.
Yes, sir.
He's going to stand for his personal freedoms.
Yeah.
His freedom to drink white wine.
Yeah, he's like, what if it's like a Chardonnay? and they're like, no, it's just like, it's not manly. Like, drink a red wine. Like, white wine's for the girls. And I was like, whatever, I guess. And then my dad's like, but okay, so now what if you go to a wine tasting and they give you white wine? Am I just supposed to throw it out? Or am I not supposed to get my money's worth? And my dad's having this whole thing, and the whole family is now like...
Everyone's got to join in.
Yeah,
This is the Thanksgiving argument, which there are worse arguments to have, honestly.
Yeah,
but
definitely. And eventually, I'm instigating really hard because like all I want to do is see my dad explode. I think it'd be so funny. And so sometimes I just be hitting like, yeah, what about boxed wine? Like, who said that? Who said that? Just trying to rile everybody up, and it worked. And
you're going through all the delineations.
Oh yeah, it's great. I finally like put my phone away. I was having a great time.
Yeah, like what if it's been aged for like 15 years?
Yeah, what if I was like, I'm like, yeah, what if you're like a sommelier? You're just supposed to not know anything about white wine. You're not supposed to have any. And they're like, no, obviously if you're a sommelier, you can have white wine. Just having the best.
But like, what if you're like an aspiring sommelier?
Yeah.
Where like you were the official sommelier for Thanksgiving. Usually I prefer red wine, which is like red blood American.
Yeah, bit of class.
A little bit of class. The red that I had at the Thanksgiving thing was a little too bitter for my tastes.
Yeah.
But usually I like a sweeter drink.
Yeah.
So,
dude, I asked in amidst the chaos, and I was like, what if a man drinks a blush? And
I don't even know what that is.
It's when you mix red and white.
Oh.
Cause
it's like okay.
Or I think it might be rosé, but I said blush or something, and it got my cousin, my like my older female cousin, was like, ew, no, ew. It's awesome.
Dude, so one of the things that we were doing during Thanksgiving is we watched the Bears versus the Lions on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
And the Bears head coach just got fired. I don't know if you caught the game.
I did not. I was too busy.
So, fourth quarter, 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
And it's 20-23. The Bears are down.
Okay,
the Bears
crunch
have possession
time.
of the ball. Exactly. The Bears have possession of the ball. It's, I want to say, second or third down.
Yep.
Bears have one timeout left. And clock is running.
Yep.
Clock is running. They're getting in formation. 20 seconds.
Yeah.
15 seconds. Clock is running. They're getting they're still getting in formation. They snap the ball at like 5 seconds. They pass it. They make a completion, but they're out of time. This entire time, they have a timeout that they could have used.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, Twitter was up in arms. Every person I've seen who's a sports fan is like, the Bears are the worst run administration in the entire league. And now the head coach is fired.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you explain this to, like, somebody that knows literally nothing about football, me, or the bare minimum about football, I feel like average. This is one of the few times where your dad, like, armchair coaching.
I'm gonna coach this team.
Yeah, armchair coaching is probably valid. Where he's like, I would have called timeout there. I would have called timeout there. He can't get up from the recliner.
Exactly. He can storm the field. Run through the TV. No, have you seen those viewing stations where it's like you're actually at the game, but it's a movie theater?
No.
Yeah, they have some of those now where it's like stadium seating, and it's like a 4D screen that's perspective from like the end zone.
Why would you ever want to sit in a stadium seat at home?
Well, you go out to do it like a movie theater.
I guess, but movie theater seats now are comfortable. Like they've made a deal that like the stadium seating sucks. It's like the way too small plastic thing that you be sitting on.
I think it's like the newer like the AMC chairs that are like more cushiony and more comfortable. Yeah. Which the Costco guys, by the way, are doing a brand deal with AMC now.
Wow.
Yeah.
We bring the boom.
They're bringing the boom for the whole family with the new fresh combo at AMC.
Okay. That's a bar.
Yeah, it's something like that. But there are a lot of things that are happening in the marketing world. In the marketing world, which we've been talking about Thanksgiving for the past like 15 minutes, and we haven't explained why I'm wearing a Santa hat and he's wearing a...
Well, it already happened.
It's true.
It happened.
Mariah Carey, she's coming.
Yeah, she's can hear her right now. The echoes in the hallway, you can hear her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's coming to collect her penance every year. She is probably, dude, she's probably the most accomplished like debt collector of all time. Yeah. Every holiday season she just comes with the Grim Reaper scythe and is like, hello Spotify, hello Pandora, I'm here once again, you pay me tribute.
Dude, there's such a bag to be made in like the Christmas music space because it's like.
So you think it's an undersaturated market? Well, you think the Christmas music space is an undersaturated? I just want to make sure we're all in agreement here.
Maybe my phrasing was a little bit bad. But I feel like if you make something for Christmas and you make it good, then you're gonna have so many people who are going back to that like Christmas. Cyclically forever. Yeah. Like look at Tyler the Creator, his Grinch album. Yep. Look at Sabrina Carpenter's doing a Christmas thing.
Of course.
Look at in the influencer space you have Jay Schlatt, his little covers I think he did of I think Frank Sinatra.
Maybe.
Yeah. There's the Love It Christmas album. There's a bunch of different stuff, and then Mariah Carey's obviously getting her back forever. Like who made Last Christmas? That was Wham, right?
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. And that's all we can sing for copyright purposes.
Avoiding copyright infringement. But they're getting a bag every year. That's like my favorite Christmas song.
For sure.
I'm playing that thing on loop.
That's a good one. I like Baby It's Cold Outside. I like the Michael Bublé Christmas album. Me personally. Michael Bublé also collecting a much smaller check every year.
Yes, because no one can compare to Mariah.
Yeah, it's true. She is she's like the overlord.
She's the greatest vocalist to ever hit music until Ariana Grande. And speaking of Ariana Grande, Wicked came out.
Oh, yeah. Literally every... Sorry to viewers. Every insufferable theater person you know right now is having the best day of their life. Every single day.
The current discourse is it okay to sing in theaters?
Ooh.
That's what's happening. Because The Rock is team it's okay.
Dude, I don't care. He has he probably has a home theater. You can sing whatever... You can sing whatever you Gersh Dern want in your home theater, but definitely not. Dude, if I walk into the theater and somebody's like belting out Wicked, like yeah, just go home, man. Like I don't want to deal with that.
Just wait for it to drop on well, it's already on streaming, but wait for it to drop on the real streaming stuff.
Yeah. Like the soundtrack will come out. Also, it's never like you're not.
It's never that serious. Like your vocals, everyone thinks they're in Glee. You know.
Yep. Save it for the shower, bro. Save it for the shower. The acoustics are better.
Yeah. But that came out. That movie's tracking to make $1 billion. It's already the most profitable musical of all time, like movie musical.
Oh wow.
Beating out whatever had the record prior to that.
Sing 3.
Dude,
I don't know. I'm taking a guess.
Yo, I was talking about Frank Sinatra earlier. Seth MacFarlane has a really good Sinatra.
I believe that.
He does that in Sing 1. It's like,
oh my god, he's in Sing 1.
He plays the little rat, the little mouse guy.
That's Seth MacFarlane?
That's Seth MacFarlane.
Oh my god. I did not know that.
Yeah, and when he sings My Way at the end of the movie. It's like really, really good.
Yeah. I watched the original Sing when my little brother was like still like all the way down here.
Dang. And now he's
somewhere up there.
Sprouting like a tree?
He's somewhere up there.
Dang.
Yeah, he's on track to be taller than me, I think. Probably.
Bro, I had a couple... So, some of, like, the grandmas and, like, the older women that were at the Thanksgiving thing I went to, I stumbled on, like... Do you ever walk into a conversation and then you're stuck there? It's like you run into, like, an encounter in, like, a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to go outside, like, by their pool.
Yep.
And then, like... I turned my head, and there's just 2 older ladies sitting there. And they're very nice and they're very sweet. But now I'm stuck in a conversation talking about, like, oh, how tall are you?
I'm
6'4". Oh, you should play basketball. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But, like, my brother comes out to save me unwillingly because I trapped him in the conversation instead. It's like Smile. I have to pass it on to someone else.
Yeah. Because there can't be no one. You just have to... It's like the genie in the lamp.
Exactly. Someone always has to be holding up the sky.
Yep.
You know?
True.
But he's getting taller too, dude. It's crazy.
Shout out Eli.
He might make it the NBA. I think he could do it. Nah, he's not.
You got to be born and bred for it now.
Yeah. Okay. So that's another thing I was saying is You know how like with hockey, it's very, you have to be in a good family if you want to make it in the hockey world.
Yeah.
I feel like the NBA is sort of becoming like that.
Yeah.
Because there's a stat that's like 53% of current NBA players are related to someone who previously played in the NBA.
Yeah. I like, obviously the instant example that I go to is Wemby, who I don't think has anyone in his family who went to the NBA.
Yeah, Victor Wembanyama, probably just because he's French.
Yeah, but he was like born and bred for that. Like they knew he was going to be that tall, and then he spent like his entire life, you know, training, eating well, doing all these like plyometrics, doing all these like stretches, making sure that he could actually run like a normal person and not like a weird like telephone pole. And
he's the most flexible man of all time.
No, he like unironically is insanely
He sits there and he just stretches all the stuff so he doesn't break every single limb whenever he goes to make a dunk.
He can fold all the way down and like put his head between his legs.
Dude, I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, you watch. There's a clip of him. I've talked about it before. There's a clip of him dunking and then rolling his ankle like right after the dunk, and he gets up on both feet and runs down the court.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like the tendons in his ankle is just like, I don't know, they're made out of like the bungee material.
Bro, he's got nanotech in his veins.
Yeah, he does. So that's what I mean. Like you gotta really, really prep for it. You gotta be doing that forever. There's that one guy on TikTok who's like he's like 35 and a dad, and he's like, I'm training to get drafted in the NBA. No, brother. I love you to death, but it's probably not in the cards.
The NBA is probably one of the worst sports. Like, I feel like it's the one with the most genetic factor, just because if you're not, you have to be what, like 6'4" minimum.
How tall is Kyrie Irving?
We can look this up. We have the technology. So Kyrie Irving, what team is he on again? He's on the Timberwolves?
He's on the Mavs.
Or the Mavericks, right. With, what's his face? Luka Doncic. Whatever his name is. 6'2". He's
6'2".
Okay.
Because I see Kyrie in front of, like, defenders and in front of league players, and I'm like, that boy's short. That boy's short.
Bro, I'm taller than Kyrie.
Yup. But then I saw him talk to a reporter.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
No, it's like that thing where with wrestlers, like, you'll see them on TV, and then you see them at, like, an airport, and they're just mountains of people.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know. I feel like you can be... I think if you're at least 6 foot, you can make it work.
Okay. Yeah, but...
If you're a white boy that can shoot a 3 in the corner, there's always a spot for you.
That's never going out of fashion.
Because there's 3 things in life that never change. That's death, taxes, and the white boy in the corner for the 3.
Shout out to Peyton Pritchard.
Shout out to Tingus Pingus.
Hey, shout out to... I don't even remember his real name. Dude, I would be... If I met him in person, I don't think I would remember his name. I just call him Tingus Pingus. But shout out 6th man on the Boston Celtics, Peyton Pritchard, who had a crazy game. He put 19 up in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, 19. Mm-hmm. That's your white boy?
That's my white boy.
My white boy on the Lakers.
19 in 1 quarter?
That's pretty good. Yeah. Like, to be fair. No, that one boy on the Lakers... That,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know his name yet. But LeBron was like, I've been saying he's good for years. They call me a liar. What am I now? That guy, he scored 38
in 1 quarter.
No, in a game.
That's crazy.
In a game.
That's crazy.
And it was like 75% from 3.
Jesus,
unbelievable,
bro. The game is changing.
Yeah.
Ball is changing. Yeah. It's shifting up. We're losing all of our female demographic who watches.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's actually true.
Okay, LeBron, Christmas.
Wait, Taylor Swift.
Hey!
For any of you with the AMA off the clock bingo card,
Taylor Swift has been written off.
Make sure to scratch that one off.
Yeah, we have to bring her up. The Chiefs, by the way.
You think she'll make a Christmas album?
I don't know. I don't think she needs to.
Yeah, but she doesn't need to do a lot of the stuff she does sometimes.
Okay, Taylor Swift is such a cynical businesswoman.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, promotional strategy recently.
I'm in there. Yeah.
She used to be a little different and just trying to form, like, a attachment with her fans, but she's changed, and now she's focused on doing big business.
Yeah.
She's Mrs. Big Business.
Miss Big Business.
But I don't know. I don't know if she sees enough of an opportunity in doing a Christmas album. Like, Taylor pre-COVID, maybe. Like, pre-Cats. Because I feel like Cats was her sort of doing a thing where... Sort of thing that Ariana Grande is doing now. Where, like, be in a big movie musical, try to get famous off of that, maybe diversify your assets. But now she's so pigeonholed in the music space. And I feel like that's where she's going to stay forever. I don't think she has like any real chance of breaking out into acting because the few things that she's done haven't really been to that much quality. And she can keep being like good at music. That's fine. She can keep doing that. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that she needs to do like, what's the benefit of her making a Christmas album compared to making like the Tortured Poets Society 2?
To like cement herself further. Like, I mean, unironically, the answer is to probably like stifle Sabrina Carpenter doing it. But we don't have to get into that. Swifties, please do not take my head.
She's 1,000% a girl's girl, and she supports all female artists, and she doesn't care about beating them in the charts. She's never done that.
It's true. The female fan base, by the way, we're back.
Yeah, we're so back.
We're so back now.
Yeah. Ladies, we're still here. But I feel like, actually, going back to what I was saying earlier about so many of these artists, they just get to have the Christmas stuff like on repeat every holiday season. If Taylor did that, bro, December...
That's what I'm saying.
I think she's the only person who could like unseat Mariah Carey.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I think the draw would be.
And what a dire future that would be. Yeah. Unless the song is really good.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think she could. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think she has the pipes for to beat Mariah Carey. Please do not dox me. Please do not take my family members.
Yeah, her thing has always been being a lyricist and not a vocalist. Because if we're comparing Taylor on vocals, like
Speaking of Christmas, though, it's like almost Christmas time. Did your mom have you help set up the tree before you left?
I haven't done that yet,
dude. I got out of it.
You got out of it?
I got out of it.
You said, "I'm getting on the bus."
Yeah.
Peace out.
My mom's like, "When you come home, I'll have you set up the tree." I don't want to do that.
Yeah, usually what happens is whenever I get back for college is when she has me set it up.
Yep.
Or if I get super lucky, she makes my brother do it instead of me.
Big.
Because like he's 6'2".
Yeah.
He's 17 years old. He can help my mom. But I don't know. I'm not looking forward to going home and then seeing the tree's not up and then having to, go through all the ornaments, get everything together.
I'm there.
That'll be an odd future. But speaking of odd future...
This is a crazy tie-in. You don't have a tie-in.
Speaking of odd future, Tyler, the Creator's Chromacopia got knocked off the charts by a different rap album, which surprise dropped. Kendrick Lamar's GNX.
Wow, that's actually a really good segue. You did a great work.
Yeah. Have you listened to... You said you listened to the first 2 tracks, right?
I listened to the first 2 tracks and most of the 3rd track.
Okay.
It's a West Coast album. Super West Coast. All the stuff that I've heard from it is super West Coast. Obviously, TV Off is like the biggest song that I've heard.
Yeah, I thought it would be Squabble Up, but like, bro, the marketing stuff that's been going on with TV Off with the mustard.
Yeah,
like the NFL's doing it.
That's my least favorite part of the song.
I was sitting in this room exactly, sitting at my desk. I was probably up here like all the way up here like this.
Oh man, okay.
And I was pondering.
Oh.
And I was listening to the album through my speakers. No, I was listening through my headphones. These headphones right here. So I was sitting. I was pondering, and I was like, "Is this album gonna be good?" I hear TV Off, and I'm sitting here. I'm grooving to the beat. I'm like, "Ooh."
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National.
F being rational. Give them what they asked for, because it's not enough. And I'm like, "Okay, this song's good." And then I hear the beat switch, and I'm like, "Okay, all right. What's he gonna do with this?" He goes, "Mustard."
Yeah.
I crack up laughing.
That's hilarious.
Dude, I have crazy giggling fit. But that album is really good. Every time I listen to it, I feel like it gets better.
Oh, man.
Like, originally I was like, okay, album of the year. I didn't want to give it to Chromacopia because there's been so much good music this year. But it's definitely been my favorite thing that I've been listening to recently. And I had it over GNX. Like, the balance is shifting, bro. I feel like Kendrick kind of knock some stuff out,
Yeah. I don't know what I think my album of the year is. I feel like it is either Chromacopia or EA2. It doesn't matter how bad EA2 is. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
You love Uzi too much.
I just do.
Eternal Take Two.
I'm a big Uzi fan. If he drops another album, people think he's like doing a Frank Ocean. I don't know if I told you about that.
I heard about that.
Yeah. Where he dropped this album to get out of his label contract. Then he's going to drop another album, his presumed Blonde, right? if he drops that album with any of the snippets that I've heard or that he's been promoting recently, album of the year.
I feel like
album of the millennia, maybe.
I feel like if he was gonna do that, he would have done it already though. Because
the hype is wearing off, and Uzi fans are known to be hitting that copium super, super hard.
Hey, at least they aren't Playboi Carti fans.
That's true. Bro, that guy is never dropping anything ever.
No, he dropped one verse on the vinyl only of Chromacopia. He has like one verse on Thought I Was Dead.
Is it good?
It is the worst Carti verse I've ever heard in my life.
Wow.
It's really bad.
Wow.
Because also, like, on the vinyl version, it replaces the School by Q verse.
Which is a good verse.
It's a really good verse. Like, that song is really, really solid.
Yeah. I played most of Chromacopia in the car for my mom.
What'd you think of it?
My mom was just like, yeah, okay, I get it. I explained the rollout and how I don't find the thread that connects the rollout, like the promotion and the actual content of the album. The only thing that's really there for me is like the marching theme that is in like a couple of the songs.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's not really, why is this Saint Chroma? Right?
It's not really that dense thematically outside of like, he's getting more introspective on it. Yeah. And he's talking about like his own personal experiences. Yeah. He mentions like, he might have a kid.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Where that ties into the military Black Mask persona, I'm not 100% convinced on.
Yeah.
But the music itself is really good.
I feel like if there was a way to like characterize the album, it's like sort of, he's inspired by Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale.
Yeah.
Like more so than anything else.
Yep.
Where he's trying to delineate the difference between him as a performer and his personal life, and he's tired of fans like moving from, I feel like we've talked about this on the podcast before.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Where it's just people getting too close, too invasive. That's what he wrote Noid about.
Yep.
And then he's just sort of talks about that on a couple different tracks. But he's keeping up this mask, and he wants to be able to, take that mask off.
I like the narration on this album. I don't like it more than Call Me If You Get Lost, because Call Me If You Get Lost, DJ Drama ad-libs. Yeah, narration by DJ Drama is probably one of the best, like... It's up there with Metro Boomin's Heroes and Villains being narrated by... Morgan Freeman. So like it's really good.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like Call Me If You Get Lost just makes you feel like you have FU money when you listen to it.
Yeah.
Which I like.
It feels opulent.
Yeah, it does.
And I like
it. It feels gaudy. Like it feels like mixing way too much gold and silver jewelry.
Dude, friend of the podcast Rodell posted his ranking of all the Tyler the Creator albums.
Yeah.
He had Chromacopia over Igor. His top 4 was
for somebody that's into rap more than pop, I can see that very easily being the case. I'm guessing number 1 is Wolf.
Yes.
Surprise!
What was his number 2?
Number 2, it's not Cherry Bomb. It's not Call Me If You Get Lost. Okay. I don't think. It's Goblin.
It's not Goblin. Goblin was the bottom of his list.
Oh. I don't know.
So his ranking was, if I have this right, it was Wolf.
Yep.
Flower Boy.
Oh, why did I not think of Flower Boy?
It's
okay.
Beautiful album, amazing album.
Wolf and Flower Boy, I think are
interchangeable.
Yeah, interchangeable for top for the top spot.
See, yeah, it was Wolf, Flower Boy, Chromacopia, Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost, Cherry Bomb, Goblin.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
This acceptable tier list.
I was thinking about it because I wanted to post my own, but I don't really know how I can rank any of his albums, aside from Goblin is the worst one. That album is bad. It's not fun to listen to. It's unenjoyable. Aside from the Frank Ocean song.
She is really good.
Yeah, she's really good. Tron Cat some of the time. I don't condone the themes, but it's a good sounding song.
Tron Cat has a good voice.
And Yonkers is like fine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But like I feel like all of his albums are like similarly good. It's really just down to taste which one you like the most.
Yeah.
So, incredibly consistent artist. Because we're talking about, he's got like, 7 albums? This is his 7th studio album?
Yeah, and it's over the course of like a long time. He talks about how his tastes changed from Cherry Bomb to Igor, from Igor to Call Me If You Get Lost or whatnot. So to have so much of your life go by and have so much of your tastes and ideas change in that time, and to still be able to make consistent music like that, is definitely, it is definitely a wonder of talent. I talked to my mom in the car about how We Major came on by Kanye West. Incredible song.
Amazing song.
Like, unbelievably incredible song. Yep. Can I talk Never mind. And I'm talking to my mom. I'm like, Mom, he could never make this today. If you gave him 10 years today.
If you gave Infinite Kanye's infinite typewriters.
Yeah. If you gave him 10 years today and sat him in a studio and was like, make something like this again, like make something this good, I don't think he could do it.
Like if you fed it into Kanye GPT?
Yeah, I don't think he could do it. And I'm talking to my mom. And my mom's like, oh, he's bipolar, this, that. And I was like, you don't understand? Like, the talent is so, like, raw in him. Like, he always had this. He just always had this when he was a kid with a backpack, when he was just, like, when he was just walking into instrument shops and doing whatever. He always had this sort of ear for music, this eye for design, all of this, like, creative energy inside of him. He had so much of it, and it's just all gone, and we don't know where it is.
Well, I know where it went.
Yeah,
he did so much nitrous.
Where's the nitrous at? Can I get the nitrous?
So much nitrous, it turned him into Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah,
and it drained his brain of every chemical that he needs to make good music.
Yeah,
like it deleted the DAW from his computer.
Yeah, it feels like he's running without an operating system. Like it's that integral. And.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, don't.
Do not do drugs.
Don't. Please. Otherwise, you'll never make something like We Major.
You can never be Kanye West if you don't.
Otherwise, you'll make Vultures.
Ooh. The Swifties don't know why that album's bad, but they know Kanye West bad.
Yeah, so we're, same answer, different math.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get there. Anyway, yeah, I think we are almost at time.
We're almost at time.
Yeah.
So, last little thing about Christmas.
Please.
Because we were supposed to talk
about Christmas
a little bit more about Christmas, but it's chill. So what sort of Christmas ads are you looking forward to? Because there's the Santa Claus M&M one.
Oh, we should have talked about the AI Coke ad.
Okay, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
We got time. We got time.
Yeah. That ad I did not know was AI.
Yeah.
Because, dude, it's my family was like, oh, that's the AI Coke ad. And I looked at it and I was like, this is a Coke ad. I have no strong feelings whatsoever about it. It is made to be the most generic milquetoast ad of all time. I think the marketing is sort of genius in a strange way.
It's good in that people are talking about it. It's not good in that it kind of erodes a little bit of like brand strength because using generative AI. So context for people who don't know, Coke did an entire Christmas ad using generative AI for like all of its video aspects.
Yep.
But it's not even entirely generative AI because like they definitely had to touch up the logos and stuff like that because the Coke logos don't work with the way that these generative AI stuff works.
Yeah, they can't really make logos.
Exactly. But there's been a little bit of backlash, obviously. In all AI things have a little bit of backlash in that people are like, why didn't you just hire a real artist for this? And I feel like that's especially stronger with Coke in that they're the biggest like marketing company on the planet.
Yeah, it's like them. It's them, like Nike and Apple, who are all
basically
like prolific marketing spend, prolific ads. Like some of the best ads ever are in those three companies, and I don't think you need to use generative AI as a crutch to make a good ad, right? Yeah. Which is why I think it's sort of genius that they did this, because it's stupid, and people will talk about it, and that's the most interesting thing about the ad. Yeah. Because, like, it's literally, for visuals, is just Coke trucks.
Polar bears.
Coke trucks, polar bears, like a Christmas tree. And I don't even think Santa Claus is in it.
And you can't do Christmas without Santa.
Like, Santa's literally made by Coke.
It's true.
They, like, created him. They fabricated him.
It's true. They bred him in their little lab.
Yeah.
His blood is made fully of, like, new Coke.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, they just had to have had this sort of idea behind the ad. I can't imagine that they'd just be like, I don't know, they phoned it in on a, like, generative AI ad.
Yeah. Listen, my drink company is better. Because LeBron's about to come back. You want a Sprite Cranberry?
I do want a Sprite Cranberry.
The answer is clear.
Dude, the audio for that ad is so bad. The audio clip of him going, "Want a Sprite cranberry?"
Bro, it's been compressed so many times because I feel like that ad has been running since 2015.
Yeah, it's been running.
It's been forever.
While.
I can picture the old YouTube UI.
Yeah.
And getting that ad and not being able to skip it because I'm just a little kid on my iPad just watching videos.
Yep. No, it's the audio is so bad. You can tell he recorded it in one take halfway out the recording booth.
He recorded it in one take in the locker room when he was just after he finished beating up the Warriors.
Yeah, he was just Sprite cranberry. And then then he went to go grab a books to make sure that when they took a picture he was still on the first page.
On page 1.
But that's the GOAT though.
Because he knows how to get it started.
That's the GOAT though.
He knows how to get it started. Bro, I saw a video about, as everyone is asking, when will LeBron retire? And someone did the math, some bozo did the math, and he was basically like, well, you have to decay at this rate in order to be a tradable player. And his conclusion was that if LeBron wanted to, we might be getting him until 2030.
That'd be insane. He's not doing that.
Yeah.
He said in an interview he's 1 or 2 more years. Mm-hmm. He's I'm not going to play till the wheels fall off.
Mm-hmm. Which we respect.
Yeah, I'm not going to end up being like Shaq or MJ at the Wizards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So he didn't say that, but that's probably what he was thinking. Yeah, I don't know. He's done everything he needs to do.
He doesn't have anything else to prove.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok today that was dude, the day LeBron retires, I'm gonna have to call out of work. I'm gonna have to call out of work. I'm gonna have to put something on the grill,
bro.
Take a long drive.
It's gonna be like that scene in Spider-Verse where Peter Parker dies and everyone's just staring at their phone.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the same thing,
dude. It's gonna be. I mean. For reference, people who are listening to this tend to be around our age.
Yeah.
LeBron has been in the league since I was alive.
Yeah. He's playing with
my entire life, LeBron has just been in the league doing exactly what he's doing now, being an incredible player.
There's a stat where it's 60% of all players who played in the NBA have played with or against LeBron James.
Yeah. Dude, we were supposed to talk about Christmas ads and now we're glazing LeBron.
Well, because he's the GOAT,
That is the GOAT.
And he's got a Sprite cranberry.
LeBron! Raymond! James!
Yeah. Oh, he's just the greatest of all time.
He is.
But what is your favorite Christmas ad?
My favorite Christmas ad? I don't know. I can't think of my favorite Christmas. I'm a hater at heart. So let me tell you about my least favorite Christmas ads. I hate all the Christmas car ads. I think they're all awful. I think car ads are right just barely edging out in front of medication ads for how terrible I think they are done. But I think it's because the formula has almost nothing. There's no space in the formula because what you want from a car ad is to just show the car. Yeah, you
get a shot driving the car, you throw some celebrity in there to do something quirky, or you play some popular song.
Yep.
And you show your car the auto detection not hitting a kid, and the driver's oh my god.
Yep.
And it's
the last good car ad was for the Kia Soul.
I don't even know what ad you're talking about.
With the hamsters in the car.
Explain this ad for me.
Oh my god, Alex.
I don't remember it.
For those out there, you know what I'm talking. Sound off in the comments, please. I'm pretty sure it's for the Kia Soul.
Okay.
But it is literally 3 hamsters, G-Force sort of esque hamsters riding in a Kia Soul to
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is a huge ad.
Yeah.
This is all over TV when we were a kid.
Bro, it's the type of ad that you'll send on Facebook and be this is real.
Yes, dude.
This could be real.
It looked AI before AI came out, man. It was so good.
Shout out G-Force, though.
Terrible CGI hamsters. They're so funny. That was the last good car ad. But I don't like Christmas car ads because it is adding an even bigger reduction in formula during Christmas time because it's always snowy car going through the snow and the trees, and then little girl in the back seat in her pajamas look out the window up and it's Santa Claus.
Oh my god.
And then Santa Claus parks next to the car.
And you're hearing a rock version of Deck the Hall.
Yes! Yes! It's so bad. It's so bad. Dude, what the worst thing is I can't even tell you what brand it's for because I've seen it for every brand.
It's like one of those things where we fed 100 different car commercials into this AI and you could it's the same thing.
It is literally the thing you don't want to happen for a car ad is for them to forget what the car is.
Yes.
And it's the only thing that I remember is the space surrounding the car.
It's a nondescript SUV.
Yes.
It's always a nondescript SUV.
It's like a Subaru or like something around there or a CRV. It's so bad.
Bro, this might be a conversation for another time because we're running a little short on time, but I wonder how important car ads are for like increasing sales, because I imagine the most important thing is just increasing your brand's like notoriety.
Yeah.
But when I go to get a car, I don't know what I want till I get on the lot.
Yeah, 100%.
Most of the time. So
yeah, the job for car ads is to make you, when you think about I need a car, I'm going to this lot, is to get you in the seat to test drive it. Like they just want you to think about their car and their model when you want to test drive something.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not going to test drive every car on the lot. You just won't. You don't have enough time in the day. And the salesman's going to get mad at you. Yeah. So you only have a few slots that you get to fill for which ones you want to test drive. So the goal is to be within those slots, for sure.
See, in my mind, when I see a car ad, I don't think like Honda Civic or Honda like Odyssey or whatever. I just think Honda. And I think that's the important thing more than like the actual car. Because when I get to a dealership or something, I look for a certain set of features and then I'd see whatever cars like fit those feature set.
Yeah.
But everything I know about cars beforehand kind of doesn't matter. Like I can intuitively know, okay, I'm probably going to want something like a Civic or like a Nissan Altima or something like that because that's just my style of car. Right now I drive a Civic.
Shout out Civic Squad.
Shout out Civics. Civics are awesome. But I don't know. I don't know how important it is. But who knows? Just some food for thought to leave you guys with as we start getting back on. That one's
free. Next one will cost you, though.
Yeah. So we got to start getting back on the clock. But thank you guys for listening. There's probably a GBM on Tuesday, yeah?
There probably is a GBM. But more importantly, I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving.
Yes. Hope you had a lot of good food.
I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday time. Deck the halls and whatnot.
Next week is going to be our last episode of the year.
Yeah, the year. Yeah.
Last episode of the year, and we have a very, very fun gimmick planned for that.
Yeah, we are.
So look forward to that. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.